What are my three takeaway from this book, Catalyst? The ultimate strategies on how to win at work and life. It is written by Chandramouli Venkatesan. Recently, I went to a trip on India and I picked up this book on the airport. And this book is written about your career management, how you should plan your career. It turned out to be very amazing book. I did not expect that much information. So what are my three takeaway? The first one is your work experience is not equal to number of hours you worked in your office. What it means is, like, he asks a question: how much experience you have in sleeping, how much experience you have walking. The point is, once you do some activity without putting any thought, it's useless. So he gives a model called TMR. T stands for target, M for measure, and review. You have to set up some target, if you want to be a cloud technology expert or Angular expert. So what are the advanced topics in this area where you will become expert? So the thing is, you have to set up target, and then you have to measure where you are learning. Are you at a basic level at coding in Angular, C++, C#, or Azure platform? Are you at intermediate level or your expert level? So every day you have to measure yourself and you have set up a target. So second takeaway was like, you have to be very careful in your early career. So your work life experience is total 40 years. So first 20 years is a setup for next 20 years. So what like a lot of people do, they work very hard first 20 years and then they don't work hard last 20 years. Whereas first 20 years is easy to grow up. So he gives a pyramid. So our experience is like a pyramid. First 20 years we have lot more opportunities. Our managers are there to hide our weaknesses. It's easy to grow for first 20 years. Last 20 years is hard to grow because you are pretty much visible. You are pretty much on your own. You cannot hide your weaknesses. You have to have multiple talent. This talent could be leadership, communication, your technical skills, and people skills. So you have to work all four dimensions at some point. Like first 20 years is very important. You work on high visible project. Generally these high visible projects will require working on some new technologies, new practices. Your company may want to get into try out some new technology and for their strategic project. You have to make sure you are involved in that project. Second is, you give your best, and the third is, be a thought leader. Maybe set up your blog, YouTube channel on Angular, cloud platform, core technologies, whatever the latest technologies are there. And the third lesson is, as he said, the last 20 years of experience, 20 years is very, very important. So to succeed in last 20 years, you have to work hard in first 20 years. You have to make sure you are working with the right bosses who are mentoring you. One thing is like one thing I think a lot of people said, and it's a controversial to me. He said depth is more important than width. So it's I have read Cindy Condoleezza. I think I read some other expert also, which they say you can have a little bit knowledge of other area. One particular area you should be expert, go-to guy. So I really love this book. It's a very good book to succeed in work life. Another interesting point was, like, we have to learn how to prioritize. he gives some strategies how to prioritize. As you grow up in the hierarchy, you will be working on the multiple tasks. You have to prioritize, so you need to know what are the important tasks you need to do first, what are the trivial tasks you can delegate or do it later. So it's a great book, great read. The author is from India, and a lot of strategies are good in USA also. They are good cross culture, cross national. So amazing book. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, like it, share it, and subscribe to this channel for your regular updates.